Hello. I am April. You might know me from at Carcalish or all the other accounts I lost count of. I was the director of Atlas Vortex. Now I dedicate myself to the mainly to the world building of Atlas Vortex. There has been a lot of radio silence from the Atlas Vortex team since the beginning of the hiatus. I'm making this video to clear some things up and get you all up to speed on what's happening. Now, I will talk a lot about Atlas Vortex development here. Its development can be basically divided into three eras. I'll be referencing these eras during this video. There's the Alpha, or Atlas Vortex 1, which was like what you saw, the Logics updates, the beginning of the project. Then there was the Beta, or Atlas Vortex 2, which was lies at the start of the hiatus, and then the current Atlas Vortex, or Atlas Vortex 3, which is where we are right now, where Atlas Vortex has been disbanded and is being put into a complete overhaul. More of that later. Now, let's begin with Atlas Vortex Alpha. Put simply, the Logics updates were, in every sense of the word, a mess. Our only goal at the time was to introduce the main character, that being Logics, but the only reason that was our main character was because of a weird direction we were going to, where we were introducing characters as the planets progressed. It's complicated and really not worth looking into. The point is, EXE was not fleshed as a character at all, and we could have picked a much better character for the story to begin with. Now, because of how underdeveloped Logics and really all of the Fanventure was, the updates came out bland, and the team was quite dissatisfied. We were planning on starting on the Elliot updates after this, but that did not happen. Because around this point is where the second phase began, Atlas Vortex Beta. We went on a hiatus, stopped updating, and decided to do some extensive planning before trying again. We planned how the next updates would go. The next 3 updates, 2, mostly with Act 1, which was really important to develop. The order of character introductions, a basic character arc, a more suitable main character. We actually had some sort of a story going on, but that did not last long. The vibes in the server at this point had gone to shit. People were losing interest in the project, and at some point I woke up and a bunch of characters were getting purged from the story. It was decided that there were too many characters to effectively write for. You might recall from our troll calls that the project began on 13 main characters. Additionally, we had intermission and side characters, bringing up the total up to 19. The point is, we went from 19 to possibly 12, which was less characters to work with and a much easier time working on the story. These remaining characters got really good designs and were given a lot more depth, personalities, character arcs, relationships, the whole package. Additionally, we decided on a bunch of cosmic horror aspects that would include in the thematic through line. The story had more direction now, which was a vast improvement of the complete lack of direction that the Alpha had. All was well. Speaking of the direction, we have directors now. Myself, Elliot, with an O, Alec, and Penny were democratically elected as the leaders of the project. The cosmic horror thematic throughline I mentioned earlier was my doing. Since I was like part of the direction, I could basically just dump all of my interests into the project. That's why we have cosmic horror as a thing. Really good genre. And then we got rid of it. Yeah. A lot of us had begun falling out of love with Homestuck. The 4 directors specifically, we talked amongst ourselves and basically made the decision to split off from the rest of the team and make something new. I was in a bit of a disagreement, but I went with it. I'm going to break from the script for a second here because I want to address that. Guys that worked on the original Atlas Vortex, I'd have to say that, yeah, we did a bit of a fucky-wucky around this time. I'm sorry, and I see some of you are like working on your own projects, and I have to say, you're amazing. Keep up the very good work. You're magnificent at the things you'll do, and best of luck. Okay, this was the beginning of the current Atlas Vortex. Now, it is completely removed from Homestuck, save for the formatting. We plan to create a story that can be consumed to its full potential without the reader even knowing what a Homestuck is. We develop a new alien species and culture, an alien world, interesting technologies, and a lot of cosmic horrors to torment our main characters with. Additionally, we've cut down on the cast even more. We only have 6 characters now, from like 12 before, now 6, from 19 at the beginning to 6. It's absolutely magnificent. Now, I'm gonna do a tiny little descriptions just to kind of tease what it will be like. So, the first new character we're introducing is a very strong, absolutely humongous alien who will be acting as the audience POV. They do not have any idea of anything that is going on. No memories whatsoever. The second is, and the script tells me to do in a very disgusting tone, politician with a bunch of ends. They will be actively opposing the other protagonist in most of the early webcomic. The third is a communist furry. The fourth is a tiny bird scientist, 3 feet tall, cannot stress how tiny it is. The fifth one is an anarchist who has a gender. Based. The sixth character is an upper class musician, but also a class trader. Based. Anyways, we don't know when we're going to start posting updates or whatever on this webcomic. Do not expect anything soon, but expect something eventually. Thank you for listening to this. I wanted to get this out by 4:13, and yeah, I just want to tell you all that we are still here. We're still working, and